Hello, I'm Tracy Mays. I'm a clinical psychologist. I'm going to talk to you today about coping with a breast cancer diagnosis. The initial stage is one of impact. What happens in this stage is that you might feel overwhelmed by all of the new information. Don't feel pressured to make any decisions or any choices at this stage. Just take your time. Starting your journey is an initial process that's unique to you. It's gradual, private, can be social, but most of all, it's a journey. A period of avoidance. There may be an initial stage where you feel the need to avoid thinking about the diagnosis. This is completely understandable and okay. And it means that you can take your time in a gradual and private process. If you feel the need to put the diagnosis in the background for a while whilst you assimilate the information, this is fine. But recognise that persistent thoughts about your diagnosis will begin to emerge into your awareness. When the issues are foreground, this may be your cue to attend to the issues at hand. Feeling fearful. At the point where you're attending to what it means to have received a breast cancer diagnosis, many people describe feeling fearful, particularly about death, surgery, and the treatment process. This is understandable and a usual response. Feeling strong. At the same time as feeling fearful, people also talk about feeling a need to be strong, and that this aspect can sometimes balance the fearful thoughts and feelings in order to move towards your resolution and healing. Once you're attending to all the aspects of diagnosis, you may also heighten your awareness of other stressors and notice other aspects of your life that also need attention and thought. These stressors may have been present before your diagnosis. It will be important for you to remember to breathe and slow down your thinking and behaviour. Emergence of faith and spirituality. People have often talked about that following a diagnosis of breast cancer, they become more aware of spiritual aspects of their experience. They describe re-evaluating their relationships with a being, perhaps God, or a sense of something more powerful than themselves to see them through. Equally possible is that following diagnosis, people remain neutral or do not necessarily have increased spiritual awareness or experiences. You do not have to attend to everything all at once. Writing down all the different aspects that you need to consider will help you to begin to prioritise your needs. Remember, having a breast cancer diagnosis means that your life has changed, but it still goes on. It's important to note the fluidity and movement of your feelings. You may experience any, none, or varying amounts of these feelings or experiences, which are often cyclical or come in waves. Emotional. You may feel close to tears, angry, confused, fearful, numb, gloomy, low, vulnerable, shocked, hopeless, helpless, hopeful, feeling surreal or threatened or resistant or shut down. Physical. You may feel energised, ready for action to solve the problem, but you also may feel deflated and demotivated. You may experience feeling nauseous or hungry or tired or sleepy, drained, or energised to fight and defend against the cancer diagnosis. Social. You may need to feel very private, or you may need to talk with others who have experienced similar circumstances. You may need to be with your family and friends, or you may choose to withdraw from them for a while. There may be a need to continue, just as you always have. Spiritual. Some people talk about a need to question life and the meaning of life and death following a cancer diagnosis. You may also feel a need to take control of the diagnosis and create some purpose and order in your life. It's really important to remember that these feelings will be unique to you, so some of the feelings and experiences listed below may apply to you or they may not. Some may come at the beginning stages and some may come later on, or some may not come at all. The most important thing is to remember that you're in process and that this is your unique journey. I think one of the most important and key messages for you as a healthy individual receiving a breast cancer diagnosis, you will move towards integrating your new experiences of what it means to cope with a disease. You'll then move towards resolution and healing and becoming healthy and well again. The majority of people who receive a breast cancer diagnosis will not need to see a clinical psychologist, but for some people it may be important to discuss your thoughts, feelings and experiences of your journey. Your first port of call will be your breast care nurse and the team. They will be able to offer you good support and be able to link you in with other services that provide talking therapies should you need them at any stage throughout your journey.